salesperson, what is a sales technique or strategy that you could use to help close more sales? And I got a hint for you. It includes a bottle of root beer. I'm Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento, California, on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. Now, one of the things that I have identified from writing with salespeople day in and day out is there are some struggles when it comes to having a conversation with your buyer. Sales training is super tactical. It's like, here's a script and here's things to say, and it removes your ability to just make everything a conversation. But if you go to a bar or a restaurant and you watch people talk and how they interact, they act entirely different when they're holding a bottle or a beverage. And so one of the best things that you could do is, if you're struggling in your role play, is to go buy like a 6-pack of Henry Whiteheart's, one of my favorite, or Wailua, or Virgil's. There's plenty of different brands. But the key is to not make it alcohol, because then you're going to change your sales process. You need to be, coherent. You got to have all of your wits about you. So that you go grab a bottle of root beer, and you go through your sales process sitting in a chair as if you were at a bar having a conversation. You're going to find that if you're struggling, you should get that on videotape. You're going to find that the conversations and the abilities to have a conversation are completely different when you're holding a bottle of root beer or a bottle of orange soda or cream soda than it is any other way. And there's a couple things that I've identified. Usually when salespeople are struggling, they will push their body over the edge of the table. They will not wait for a client or potential client to finish what they're saying. What they'll do is they'll try to rush to the end of the sales process, and it creates a lot of problems. And then what we'll do conversely is I'll say, okay, sit down at the table, you grab a drink, the other person has a drink, and you just go back and forth, and it makes it super conversational. One of the things you're going to find is the objections are going to lower, and even in role play, it just feels more real. It feels like a good conversation. And just holding on to a beverage, you can put them in the refrigerator, like you could drink them. The cool thing in an office, you're not going to get in trouble for most offices for drinking a root beer. Some of them you might get in trouble for drinking a beer. I don't know. I don't drink alcohol. I love root beer. It's one of my favorite things. So I'll sit down with a salesperson and be like, hey, let's go through your process. And it's more calm. It's more relaxed. It's more conversational. It removes a lot of the sales strategies and techniques that you have to feel like you use, because that person's like more calm. They're easier to talk to. And so you're like, hey, Scott, okay, so in role play, you got the bottle. How do you make it in real life? Okay, well, if you do it enough, you can hold on to a bottle of water and have the same type of conversation, the same type of feel. One of the best things to do is to sit back in your chair and just have a conversation. Now, I'm right-handed, so I'll put the bottle in my left hand. I'll take notes with my right. And then what I'll do is I will interrupt the conversation, and I might take a sip, take a drink, change the story, change what's going on. But a bottle of root beer, this just happens to be Henry Whiteheart's, a bottle of root beer can help you close more deals if you're struggling and keep you out of struggling, to remind you that sales is conversational. The easier the conversation is, the less tactical it is. You're going to connect with your buyer better. It's easier to build rapport. There's a lot of different ways that you could do this. This just happens to be one. If you're struggling, it's going to cost you like $5 or $6 here in the United States to go buy a 6-pack of these root beers, maybe $8 depending upon where you're at. But watch, I promise you, if you shoot video and record yourself, you're going to find that your body language is better. You're not leaning over the edge of the table. You're just calm. You're relaxed. It makes it easier to close deals. There you go. So you got one thing to do from here, just one thing. Find the subscribe button. If you've never been here, click on it. And every time I send out a video, you'll get an update that says Scott Bell Consultant sent out a video. You should check it out, which you should. We'll see you soon. Thanks for dropping by. Aloha.